The financial meltdown in the United States was planned. It was deliberately engineered to expand the power of the Federal Reserve, who are international bankers.
Okay.
They made a lot of money on this
meltdown.
Yeah, and they expanded their power. When you deal with this subject, you have to establish your credibility. Otherwise, I'm just spouting these, horror stories over the air. This plan was conceived in the 1870s by the Fabian socialists. No negativity towards the British. Intellectuals, they wanted a world socialist government, partnered with Americans, Council on Foreign Relations. Their game plan has always been one world government, one world economic system. Now, this financial meltdown did not happen because a bunch of people defaulted on their mortgage loans. That's preposterous. We didn't go into a global meltdown because 100,000 Americans couldn't afford to pay their mortgages, and it swept worldwide. They want to destroy the dollar. That's their intention, because they want to bring in a world currency. Everything I'm saying is provable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, martial law, I stayed away from, because conspiracy theory, I didn't have proof. I had suspicions, but I didn't have proof. A short while ago, I got conclusive proof, and any of your viewers can get this proof. On the National Guard website and on the Army website are giant ads. I don't know if they're still there, but you could probably find them on the internet. Giant ads hiring people to be internment resettlement specialists. Okay, and then there's a picture of a soldier and the job description. And the job description basically is a manager of a concentration camp. Internment is code for concentration camp. Now, I was, like you, suspicious. Even though I found out, I said, is this really a concentration camp?
Too.
I clicked their own video, and it's a concentration camp.
Where? Here in the US?
All over the United States, they're building them. Barbed wire, guard towers. It looks like a super prison. It looks like a super prison. It smells like a super prison. It's a concentration camp.
But the excuse will be it's just for illegal immigrants and people like that.
Well,
which is what it
you're right,
is.
But you got to ask yourself the question, and I know you've asked the question: who are these concentration camps for?
Yeah.
They're not for illegal immigrants, because they plan to legalize 30 million of them right after the election in a number of years. They are for the Department of Homeland Security defines terrorists, and anybody who believes in Bible prophecy is a terrorist. Anybody who believes in pro-life is a terrorist. Traditional family is a terrorist. Critical of the United Nations is a terrorist.
But that's really, people watching now, Paul, say, but what are you talking about?
Well, all they have to do is go to the Department of Homeland Security website and read the Department of Homeland Security, and of course they're watching the program, but they have a right-wing extremism report, which you can read what their plans are.
Interesting. Concentration camps
Well,
in and around the world.
I just like everyone to remember that Paul McGuire, who is sitting to our right, that he is a tutor. How long have you been at Jack Hayford's, teaching at Jack Hayford's?
Oh, probably 10 years.
Exactly. Okay.
And we should call you Professor, really.
You could.
Yeah, we could.
We could and we should.
It was judges, not